After 2 wonderful months in French Polynesia, we thought it was time to continue our adventure further west, so we set sail. And 4 days later, we dropped anchor inside the lagoon of the Atoll Suwarrov, a part of northern Cook Islands. There's no people living on Suwarrow. It's controlled by park rangers, at that time a family of 6, who got dropped off by a ship with some supplies to last 6 to 8 months. In the 1950s, a man named Neale settled down on the island and stayed there for many years. He later on wrote the book An Island to Oneself. When you're out cruising for a longer period, you end up with lots of trash, so to get rid of it, we had a trash burning party. Cruising is usually very social and you meet many other sailors, but also locals, and our barbecues here at Suwarrow are great memories. The owner of this boat was a French pearl smuggler. He lost his mast close to the island and later on decided to sink the boat outside the atoll due to its bad condition. When we arrived, he had been out of cigarettes for weeks, so we traded cigarettes for pearls. There were for sure lots of sharks inside the lagoon, mostly different kind of reef sharks, and we just loved snorkeling and diving with bigger pelagics, so it was time to get in. After lots of snorkeling, barbecues, socializing and relaxing, we headed for Samoa, a 4-day sail, but not any kind of sail. We got company, huge company. Humpback whales measuring 40 to 50 feet long. They played around for a couple of hours and then left around sunset. The sail to Samoa took us 4 days. This was the first time we entered a marina with our boat Uhuru. It was more or less compulsory in this port, but also not very expensive, about $10 a night. Anyone out there has been offered to buy some stuff from a check-in official? We have. What can we say? Samoa has 2 big islands, Upolu, where you will find the capital Apia, and Savai'i, a much more traditional island and much less developed. Car to explore Upolu for a day. Samoa was so much cheaper also than French Polynesia, so we could afford eating out a little bit more. To visit Savai'i, we needed to apply for permission. And then, a day sail later, we dropped anchor. I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but the first guy we met on Savai'i was a priest. And they say Samoa has the biggest numbers of churches per capita in the world. Anyhow, the priest had a friend who had a car, and they took us for a ride around the island. And if we thought it was cool to see all the chickens running around free in Panama, well, here everything ran free. Pigs, cows, yeah, you name it. From a pretty undeveloped island to an even more remote and less developed place, we headed towards northern Tonga, Niuatoputapu. The supply ship usually arrives every 2 weeks, but now it had been more than 6 weeks since last time, due to some problems. The supply ship is the only link to and from this island. Some years after we had been visiting Niuatoputapu and Samoa, a huge tsunami hit both islands, with a devastating result and lots of deaths. We continued south towards the next island group in Tonga, Vavao, and there's no words describing the feeling of the coolest thing we've ever done. Stay tuned to find out what it is. And no, it's not a clickbait, it's just so cool and exciting.
Nu med alla squalls och särskilt på babordsidan där vågorna kom in.
Du ser min keps?
Ja. Det prickar ut, ja.
Min fina keps.
Ja. Sånt är seglarlivet. Ja. Backpackers, det är lättare att segla, det är ett hårt liv.